Right then, this is a quick walk around video for a quite exceptional Honda Civic, and this is a 1.6 S on the diesel. It's a 2015 car, but with just 33,000 miles on the clock. Finished in grey, which looks fantastic on these. Full black leather interior. The car, as you'd expect, in lovely condition. Comes with this really lovely private plate included in the sale of the car. That's worth a fair amount of money. Front of the car, new style front end, looks fantastic on the cars. Lights and lenses clear and intact, there's no cracks or condensation. Bonnet very clean, any stone chips will be very minor indeed. Near side, lovely and smooth in the panel work there. Near side front alloy, very good. We've literally just washed it off, but it's just got a natural gleam. We've not polished it or anything at this stage. That's lovely. Rear alloy in wonderful condition. New style back end with a smoked glass and a little diffuse on the bottom. They're all really subtle, but they look fantastic, especially in this grey, I have to say. Sorry, the wind's starting to pick up, so I hope you can hear me okay. Offside, driver's side, again, beautifully smooth in the panels. Side rear alloy, lovely. Amazing panel work, absolutely fantastic. It is a really lovely car, this one. Coming to the boot area, huge boot in the car and beautifully finished. This one's benefits from having the load liner fitted, which means carpeted area underneath. Looks pretty much like new. It's coming to the back now, loads of room in the back of the Civics, which is why they're such popular family cars. Black leather interior, again in absolutely lovely condition. Coming on the passenger side front, as I said, I apologise for the wind picking up. Passenger seat there, doesn't look so it's really not sat on terribly much. Finally coming in on the driver's side, door card really clean. There is, and I've completely forgotten to put them in, a full set of original Honda mats in the car. Driver's seat generally good. The only way you get is a bit of bolster wear as you slide in and out, but that's completely in keeping with the age of the car. So coming inside the car now, engine's running so the dash is illuminated. Stunning interior, and it's been kept in beautiful condition. Sat nav, you can see, working exactly as it should. Likewise rear camera. Coming down, so it's just been kept in really lovely condition. And then just come to the main dash, and that's the view you get as a driver. It is absolutely stunning, it really is. Just quickly come up here just to show you. You can see there, currently averaging just under 62 miles to the gallon, and that is over the last 4,000 miles, so they are very fuel efficient indeed. Right then, this is a quick road test video, and this is for Honda Civic 1.6 SR diesel. Car's registered on a private plate, G1BJS, which is a 2015 car, and the mileage currently in the vehicle is just 33,968 miles. The reason we do all of our videos, and especially this road test section, is to ensure that if anyone's looking online at any of our cars, they get to see the very car advertised actually in operation. The reason we've always felt it important is because, like lots of people, we've been to see cars which have looked absolutely fine in photographs or description, but then only to get there and find out it's actually got an obvious fault that shows up when you drive the car, which can be hugely frustrating. We also do it on these very quiet country roads. It's absolutely beautiful part of Gloucestershire. This forms part of the road test route we take our customers on, and the hope is, of course, it will be representative of what you feel yourself should you go out on a test drive in the car. So coming to the car, wonderful ownership, mileage, condition. It comes as no surprise. It drives every bit as good as it looks. I'm going to go through all the usual things, starting with the engine, which starts instantly and settles to a smooth, even idle. There are no warning lights on the dashboard at all relating to the engine or any other part of the car, and temperature gauge is running as a third, which is exactly where it's meant to be. It is a superb diesel engine in so many ways. It's got all the trademark qualities of Honda engines in that it's very reliable, very long lasting with just good regular maintenance. They have timing chains, there's no belts on them, so no big service looming, and you haven't got rubber joining the top and bottom of an engine, which baffles me really. But it is also just a lovely engine to use. It's smooth, quiet, powerful, keen to get up and rev. It's got broad spread of power as well, and incredibly economical. I've owned plenty of these, and pretty much like the gent that owned this one, I mentioned the walk around video, for the last 4,000 miles he's averaged nearly 62 to the gallon, which is what I tend to average with them, about 60. On longer trips, easily above 70. Just like do a mix of relatively short driving, which isn't ideal for them in all honesty, but wonderful engine then feeds into the clutch and gearbox. Clutch in the car, as you'd expect with such low mileage, is absolutely spot on, smooth, positive, bite points exactly where it's meant to be. And then you've got this wonderful 6-speed manual gearbox. Honda make a great effort with their gear changes. Gearbox is tough and reliable. The actual quality of shift is superb. Reality is that it's a front wheel drive transverse engined car, which means that like pretty much all it has cables joining the gear lever to the gearbox, so there's no mechanical connection at all in essence. Unfortunately, that does mean that lots of manufacturers end up giving you these really light, vague, lifeless gear changes where you push it into its number but you don't really get any sense of gear change as such. This has got weight, it's meaty, it's crisp, it's got a lovely engagement. It feels engineered, which is exactly what it is. It's beautifully done. And that feels exactly as it would have done when it was new as well. So coming on to the steering and chassis of the car, probably my favourite part of the Civics in all honesty. Again, the modern way, most modern cars have electric power steering like this car here. Lots of advantages to that, of course. Unfortunately, the disadvantages are that quite often the car can feel quite vague, light, lifeless again. But this has got lovely weight to it. It's quick to turn. It's got a meaty feel again to the substance to when you turn in. It's your friend at all speeds. At higher speeds, it doesn't feel nervous in any way, shape, or form. It's beautifully done, and it works superbly with the chassis. Because of the chassis, what it gives you, if you want to buy a Civic just to get you from A to B comfortably with your family, it does a brilliant job. It's very comfortable, the ride's well resolved, beautifully damped, and deals with bumps brilliantly well. But it also has an agility to the car which that normally wouldn't give you. So if you enjoy your driving, you want a keen car, a car that likes to change direction, it is brilliant, absolutely brilliant. I just love the sort of character of the Civics. They've always driven well. It's just been part of their sort of DNA. Worth pointing out, there's absolutely no clonks or rattles coming from underneath the vehicle at all. It absolutely is tight as a drum on the road. The steering, there's no vibrations at this speed or any speed up to the legal limit, and it tracks dead straight as well. Brakes in the car, make sure no one's directly behind me. It's a powerful brake pedal, no pulsing, no vibrations, so all in fine order there. And then we come inside, which, again, if you just want a car, a practical family car, there is no better family hatch in this class than the Civic. Interior space, rear space, huge boots, magic rear seats. It's brilliantly designed, absolutely brilliantly designed. Also beautifully put together. The build quality is sensational in these things, and they're designed to take big mileages with that as well. But what I've always loved about this Civic interior is the fact that, unlike so many cars where you could get into most makes and models of cars in this category, squint and you wouldn't really know which car you're in, because they'd all have that kind of same layout. So dash binnacle, center stack, it's just variations on a theme, and yet this couldn't be anything other than a Civic. It's just brilliantly designed, and not just for show. It's not just a gimmick. It's ergonomically absolutely sound. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I readily admit that. I've always loved the interior of these cars because it is different, but for good reason, as I said. The most conventional part actually is the centre stack. It didn't used to be, but it is these days. or this time. So you've got a nice big, easy to use Garmin-based sat-nav system with your rear camera. Down below that, separate from the screen, dual zone climate control system, so you can have different temperatures side to side if you so wish. And that pumps out ice cold air, by the way. It's all been checked in the nice warm workshop. All of the switch gear, everything you press, twist or otherwise, has a very high quality damped feel to it that, again, Honda switch gear is absolutely superb. But the best bit is this bit in front, your line of sight stuff, if you like. Honda work, again, it's just genius. They've got 2 upper and lower deck. The upper deck is information you can look at most regularly on the move, where they don't want you taking your eyes off the road for too long, and that's the design criteria for the dashboard. You've got an information display pod up there with various bits of information which you can configure as you want. But if you, let's say, to change radio station or, let's say, fan speed here, you get a small display down here but a much bigger one in your line of sight up there. But the gauge that you're most regularly going to look at is your speed, hopefully, and there it is, all by itself, white on black, nothing to sort of distract you from it. It's genius, because it means I can look at the car coming the other way and see my speed at the same time. It is, it's Honda's shame, actually. They've gone back to a more conventional design on later cars. I just don't understand it personally. Then down below that, more conventional pod of dials with your rev counter flanked by your temperature and fuel gauges in there. And then finally this lovely leather-bound steering wheel. I mean, it's been kept in beautiful condition, as you'd expect with such a low mileage. It is a superb car, this one. I can't fault it. Drives beautifully.